What up, y'all? How's everyone doing? I'm just organizing some things. I got a different layout, so just gonna tackle this now. Alright, I think we are looking good there, and now it's time to do this. Hey, yo. How's everyone doing? You guys know what time it is. Alright, that chat box is really big, but we are gonna fix that. You guys know how the streams go. We need at least a little bit of time of editing the setup. Everyone knows this. It's just tradition at this point. There you go. In 3 day, of course I'm gonna mod you. I meant to mod you much earlier, but you know, there's a lot of platforms, a lot of people, but alright. How can I get the chat to look a little bit better? Let's see here. Maybe like that, and then we want it like this style. I think this is gonna be better. Alright, let's see. I see all the homies here. Shout out to the 13 people already here. Sorry I had to get a little setup going, but you know how it goes. Matt Seifert, 3 day. Appreciate you guys always showing up. Preston D, how's it going? Glad to see you here. Isway, oh my gosh, I know you're someone else, but now you're on your Twitch account, and I can't remember who you are because you have a different Twitch name. But I'm glad you're here too. I can't remember. Eric McKenna, I'm glad you're here as always. I need to get Z Gaming. How's it going? We are going to get to the chapter pretty directly. I just got to get some stuff set up on my end. Let's see, you guys shouldn't be able to hear that. No, just the lo-fi. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yo, Trevor Edwards, I'm glad you're here. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. I love seeing new viewers in the chat. I'm glad you like my videos. There's plenty more coming, but I'm glad you like the ones so far. Your guys' support has been absolutely incredible, and you know, I'm definitely going to keep the videos coming, that's for sure. So Preston, I'm doing great. I'm glad you're doing well also. The chapter took a little while to come out, but that's all right. We're still here. We still got it, you know, we're still going to do it. Jonas, new here, subscribe to your channel after the Lafro Tale theory. Jonas, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you liked it, or at least I assume you liked it, because obviously you subscribed and you're here, so thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Giraffe, I'm here from the Par Live. I appreciate you. I try to get on like 20-30 minutes, you know, or start reading it maybe like 20 minutes after it drops, specifically because I know Par and a lot of other people are doing it right away, so you guys can kind of at least go back and forth a little bit. 3 day, so you have Par on the phone and me on the laptop. Hey, the dedication, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Dill, I'm glad you're here as always. Appreciate you. Pickle Dill. Giraffe said, get on it, son. You're losing it. All right, I hear you. I hear you. I'm glad all you guys are doing good. We are going to get right to the chapter, so I have a little bit of a different setup, and the chat does look a lot better, doesn't it? That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. I mean, I wish I could have like a dark background, but this will work. This will work. Cavendish said, nice to be able to catch you live streaming. I appreciate you coming through. Karan Kumar says, join late, but been loving your theories. Yo, I thank you guys so much. Your guys' support really does make a difference. Like, I mean, you guys just coming in and just giving me the, you know, the mental confirmation that I need to keep making videos definitely helps. So I appreciate you guys and all your support. It's really been amazing. You know, I definitely want to keep making videos, you know, full time, or at least, you know, be as consistent as I can. So you're a firm Afro believer? Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you. There's definitely a cult of people that don't like the Afro. Like, I feel like one of the people who don't love the theory, I feel like the most consistent thing is I like everything but the Afro. But I'm happy you like it, because I'm definitely not changing my opinion until it's revealed. I definitely think the Afro it's the best guess I've heard. It makes everyone laugh, right? That's That's the main thing. And the mole, yes. Everyone who's seen Lafro Tale and my recent Void Century video but hasn't seen the mole videos, I'm telling you, and if you don't want to see them, that's all right, because in about 2 weeks, let me look, I have a schedule now. In about 2 weeks or so, maybe a week and a half, let me think. Yeah, a week and a half, I'm going to have a bigger mole video, the Underground Railroad video. It's going to be all about the mole and even more, so if you don't want to watch the mole videos, it's cool, because I got new ones coming soon. But all right, guys, you guys know what time it is. It's that time of the week. It's time for chapter 1065. I haven't even looked at the title yet. I have not been spoiled on a thing. This is a beautiful, beautiful cover page. I almost got the Luffy's lined up perfectly, but I am going to get into it, so I'm going to stop looking at the chat. I'm going to actually hit refresh real quick just to make sure we're all good, but I'm going to get started. I'm going to fix the chat one more time. We're going to just try the boxed version, because you guys get a little background that way. We'll just see how this looks. It's cool, though. Alright, guys, we're getting into it. It's time. Oh, yeah, the boxes are cool. I dig the boxes, low-key. Boxes take up a lot of space, though, but it's all good. Alright, y'all. It's time. It is time for One Piece chapter 1065, my favorite time of the week every week. Oh, One Piece film read with a... How much? So we got the shonen cover, and then we got this thing too. All right. So the chapter is going to be, or the chapter title will be in the next page. But all right, this looks freaking dope. I mean, I'm about to go see the movie tomorrow, so I feel like there's some potential spoilers here, but that's all good. This is going to be dope. All right, here we go. Chapter 1065, The 6 Faces of Vegapunk. All right, so I'm assuming this is going to be a Vegapunk-filled chapter. Shout out to all the people chatting. I see some of it, but I'm going to get back to it at the end of after I react. But all right, Lab Stratum, Egghead, the island of the future. The reason they stayed on the ship? ? Oh, this is going to be interesting. The way I see it, when it comes to a government island, you gotta think about who's gonna be around to bail them out if they get caught. Yo ho ho, I was thinking the same thing. Would you care for some tea? Excuse me, sirs. Oh, you're still here? Hang on, just give me a moment of your time. I know our deal was to drop me off anywhere away from Wano, but I didn't think we'd be heading for a government island. I heard you helped our captain out. Appreciate it. See you around. So what, they're just kicking him off the ship now? Hey, I dig that. I dig that. I like that. That's what, I mean, he deserves it. So they're going into the lab. Here we go. The stairs are moving. New steps are sprouting out of the ground. What kind of setup is this? So it's just an escalator, probably? You could say the whole island runs on fire. It's interesting. After all, you can convert its power into any kind of energy. This is very interesting. After all, you can convert its power into any kind of energy. Doesn't that burn through a load of natural resources? I'm always looking into alternative fuels. It's just like over the real world. If only there was such a thing as an eternal flame. Interesting. Then I'd be able to make my very own sun. Yo. I got a lot of thoughts, but I'm just going to keep going. Then I'd be able to make my very own sun. A sun? She's going right through the wall. Lilith. Give me 1 second. Lilith. Hey, open up. Stop dilly-dallying and walk through. You should never let your own senses dupe you. So they're just like phasing through the wall at this point. What is it, Edison? We pass through too, so everyone can just phase through. That's so interesting. No way, it's turned back... Wait, no way it's turned back into solid metal again. How the heck does that work? So this is the lab. Where did Lilith-chan get to? Y'all can keep going dead ahead. Who's that? I'm Vegapunk Edison. Speaks in a heavy Kansai accent. I don't know what that is, but... Howdy. Now just keep walking like I said. Oh, here we go. Lots of dialogue. Oh, okay. Well, I see some big stuff already, but... Let's look for some future treasure. Future treasure, like what? Like a flower made entirely out of exquisite antique gems. That's a very weird fantasy. Of course, Nami's like thinking about money. I can't tell if your taste is closer to a little girl or an old man. Yo, Usopp. Usopp just dogging her. Future kick. Damn. Hey, what are you doing down here? Jinbei. So we got Seraphim Jinbei. I saw this right when I turned the page. So we got Seraphim Jinbei in the house. That is Seraphim 04. I mean, I gotta read the rest of the chapter, but I feel like you could probably start pulling some things. Like if he's 04, what are the other, like, you know what I mean? What are the other numbers? What's the cadence? Let's see. Shout out to the 30 people here, by the way. Jinbei, I don't think that's him. Doesn't he look a little too young? Well, my first guess would be he's his son. Yeah, but on second thought, maybe Jinbei was somehow turned into a kid. Nah, I'm going with option 3. It's a coincidence. I mean, the kid's got wings, although there's an ominous air about him. Out with it. Who the heck are you? ... He may look like a kid, but he's just as big as the real Jinbei. I've got a bad feeling there's a fourth possibility. He's a pacifista. And then he just beams him. Alright. That's very interesting. Everything is very interesting right now. Very, very interesting. So we got This is so weird. Anyways. Was this all one giant trap? We should have known the government was never going to roll out the red carpet. Does that mean they're using a clone of Jinbei as a soldier? But he's still a kid. I don't really want to fight him. A lot of people talked about that idea, like, you know, they're going to be kids, so, like, people are going to have a hard time fighting him, because if they're children, it's like, you know, it's going to be the mental part of it. It's going to be a lot harder to, you know, fight against children. Beep, beep. He's got fruit powers? What's going on? Whoa! Should I pop out to help Nami? Not yet, Zeus. Hey, I know that ability. Because it's freaking Senor Pink's ability, right? So we're seeing non-zone fruits getting incorporated. I mean, I know we've seen, like, Kizaru's lasers get incorporated, right? With, like, the, you know, pacifista lasers, but this is really interesting. This is really, really interesting. So now we're getting all sorts, like, that's such a random fruit, right? Like, if he's gonna have that fruit, I mean, there's no limit, I feel like. So he just grabs Nami. That's it, you just signed your own death warrant. Yo, Sanji is not happy about this. I don't give a crap whether you're Jinbei or not. Kicks him, and actually seems to have done damage. I see like a burn mark or like a little scar thing. Gigante floor. What he said, that was unforgivable. Sea Serpent, yo, they're going all out immediate. Yo, this is hype. I like this. I like this. They just, no hesitation. They put hands on Nami, it was over. Snapdragon Spank. So you can use Fishman, or get out of there, Robin. So you can use Fishman Karate too. Lethal Green Star, Skull Exploding Grass. Yo, this is hype. Like, if you would have said, let's see, what chapter is it? 1065. So yeah, if you would have said 8 chapters ago, or 7 chapters ago, that, yo, we're going to have everyone fighting a child version of Jinbei that's actually Lunarian, like, everyone would have been like, what the hell are you talking about? But here we are. I know this isn't Jinbei, but this still feels messed up. He's gone. And now he's got Usopp. This guy's a dog. Yo, this reminds me of of like Saba Odi. Remember Saba Odi the first time around when like it took the whole team to take down a pacifista originally? It feels like that again. Like obviously I haven't read the rest of the chapter, but I feel like that's where it's headed. Anyway, I've got this Sanji. Usopp, don't move a muscle. Radical beam. He just used a beam. Who in tarnation is this guy? So they're pumped. Vegapunk, like they as in, I don't know which one. So that's Edison probably, right? Edison. Edison's pumped about the beam. That's hype. That is super hype. I want to see Vegapunk, you know, take a liking to Frankie for sure. Shout out to the 39 people here. Thank you guys very much. It's really late, so I appreciate you guys. Kagar, I see you. Like the stream for sure. Everyone, please like the stream. Man, this is getting pretty crazy. This is like true, you know, like typical Oda, you know, nonsense. Like I have no idea what's coming next, really. Reckon this is getting real risky. The Seraphim's still just a kid. We ain't meant to put it through a laser test till later. So that Seraphim still hasn't gone through all of its training and stuff. This is so interesting. So he's worried that the Seraphim's still just a kid. So there's like some humanity from Vegapunk, I guess. You said it. Does he have the faintest idea how much one Seraphim costs? I'll rip his blasted skull off. I wouldn't go that far. Don't you think that's a bit too evil? Oh, Eureka. I thought up a new invention. This is getting crazy. Pythagoras. Alright. I'll leave the rest to you, Pythagoras. Have to jot down the blueprints right away. So Edison just thought of an idea and he's just going to go and invent it immediately. That's crazy. My hands are always so full. At this point, I'd even take... Excuse me. I'd even take help from the cat. And there's just this cat meowing. What is going on? You don't come across battle data this rich every day. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's get some input. So, like, it's just Seraphim battle data, I'm assuming. The ideas won't stop flowing. York, be a doll and eat something for me. Sure thing. Bring seconds for Dr. York. Her current BMI is over 600. I don't even... Man. Oda. The Seraphim's attack patterns have continued to develop as it grows. That suggests that one's lineage factor really does store some of our recollections and capabilities. So right there, they're saying that our own DNA, well, like, Jinbei's DNA is going to help him do fishman karate techniques, right? That's basically what they're saying. We should try and accelerate their growth, although that presents new obstacles. Green blood concentration has risen and heart rate is up to 90 BPM. I really need the toilet. I'd go myself, but I can't afford to waste any time. Flush, aha. Okay, so that girl from earlier just went to the bathroom. That hit the spot. Gotta punch something to help me digest. Guys, what the fuck is this? Like, what is... So weird. So sleepy. Dr. York's on today's 4th SDN cycle. Snack dump nap. Yo. I mean, I feel it, though. I do that a lot, too, though, you know? Carry over all the materials Dr. Pythagoras needs. Also, Dr. Edison is prepping for another experiment. Get to simulation room 88. That's enough, Seraphim. Return. I can't move. Edison, Lilith, Pythagoras, you three have had your fill too, right? Aw, what a shame. Of course that scoundrel butts in when things finally get good. Eureka. Guys, this is very strange. Shout out to the 47 people here, but guys, this is very strange. I'm Dr. Okay, yeah, so I'm over here. I'm Dr. Vegapunk, Shaka. So Dr. Vegapunk, Logic, Shaka, 01. He's not just a head. That's cool. You must be the Straw Hat Pirates? Bro, obviously. You really need to ask. That's us. What the hell did you do to our shoes. They're stuck to the floor. Dom's shoes can be magnetically disabled at any point while in the laboratory. So you're saying resistance is futile then? I know better than to let my guard down around pirates. This is very interesting. Wait, we've already met 2 Vegapunks, that woman and the other one on the speaker. Yes, but I am also Vegapunk. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention I'm Vegapunk too? Would you cut it out? Do you think this island looks like the future? I saw something massive that I wish I didn't see. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I see there's a big thing down there. It's beyond the future. I mean, just look at those mecha sea beasts. There's also Vegaforce 01 and the island Aircon 2. This is as futuristic as it gets. Frankie is hyped up. Like D-Stream, thank you, Dill. I've never seen anything like this place before. For real, what kind of goodies are you making here? I want to take a full tour to take it all in. There's no way you and I wouldn't get along. You feel me, Vegachan? Yo, Frankie is loving this. Yo, oh, all right, hold on. This could, we'll see. I gotta read the rest of this, but then we gotta talk. It's actually quite the contrary. This is an island of the past. Check it out, Chopper. You can tell because it's all rusted and stuff. It's real metal, not another hollow thing. Whoa. What the heck? Could something like this really move? If it could, how is that level of tech possible? For something so ancient looking. What do you mean by past? What if I were to tell you that long ago there was once a highly advanced kingdom, not unlike Egghead when it comes to technology? A civilization from 900 years ago. Would you believe me? I have a lot of thoughts, guys. I have so many thoughts. This is a big chapter, guys. This is a big chapter. What is this thing? First off, well, let me just go ahead and get to the chats. I had to my chat froze at one point, so I did refresh. So at a certain point, I won't be able to see backwards, but that's all right because I usually get way behind. But I'm just going to give a quick little initial reaction before I read the chat. Is just, guys, this is a huge chapter. We are getting into like real endgame stuff. Like we are going to learn a lot about the Void Century because, I mean, if you saw my Void video or been around other streams, you know, this old ancient city nonsense, you know, I've been saying this for a minute, like, you know, especially about Vegapunk potentially. You know, there's a lot of cities under the water, there's a lot of ruins. And now that we see that it's rusted metal also, it looks very beat up. I'm wondering, you know, I've talked a lot about a flood recently. That could also tie into this. And if anyone heard my idea originally, which maybe I have to prioritize this video more now, but I've said before that I thought Vegapunk was from the past because, like, all this technology, the reason it's from the future is because it was probably from an advanced past civilization and it was wiped out, which seems to be the case. And I feel like that Water 7 city that's buried is like the ultimate answer, you know, because it says not unlike Egghead when it comes to technology. So I feel like there's a lot more of this. But holy shit, guys. Guys, this is big. This is massive. All right, I'm going to get to the chat, but this is like, we've seen so many ruins and, you know, like Water 7's been sunk, and like there's like obviously Wano has the walls and they're sunk underwater. There's so much here with like the old ancient cities. It's crazy. York looking like Jabba the Hutt, big facts. Was he the one talking to Dragon? Yes. Shaka just gives Zoro vibes. Literally though, he's like just, you know, when he wants to talk, he's just like, just listen to me. Eric, you're going to bed? I feel you. You've got work in the morning. I definitely feel that it's pretty late, so no problem. Means no Apex later then, but that's cool. that ancient robot looking kind of like Ors and an ancient giant. When I first saw that, what I thought it was going to be was an armored Ors, or like a robot version of Ors from the past or something like that. Like, that's for sure what I thought it was going to be. Jonas Hunt says from the Void Century, right before, because 900 years ago is right when it started, and that's why he's saying a civilization from 900 years ago, because at the 900 year mark it got wiped out, which if you saw my Void Century video, y'all know what I'm talking about, but it got wiped out right at the 900 year mark. All the civilizations did. 3-day, this fits your theory of its past technology. Yep. Exactly. We'll definitely talk about that throughout the stream, but yes, I'm very pumped. I wish I would have said it first, but it's cool. Yo, Dak, this is how Oda is trying to stop us by getting ahead of us. Yeah, literally. It's the only way. Wendy, I'm geeking. Holy shit, same. I wish I had a more animated reaction, because in my head I'm like scrambling for thoughts, because I'm like, this is I just dropped a Void Century video and this ties in beautifully. Like, my head's exploding right now, but no, this is huge. Edison has the kanji think on his chest. That is interesting. Edison's really interesting. He's probably my favorite of the 6. Ancient one. Yo, Ancient, I'm glad you're here. I love whenever I see your comments in the on the videos. You've been around since day one. I appreciate you. Stewie, football head looking motherfucker. True. Oda just reset most theories out there, like Google navigation rerouting. Like, real talk. This is another week where theorists, like, if theorists didn't have a good theory video coming into the week, well, they have one now, you know. Honestly, the robot armor looks like giant armor. 100%. I totally agree with you. Do you think Vegapunk was part of Laugh-Tale Island? Preston says. I think Vegapunk was at the old ancient, or the ancient Water 7 city that was buried, that was like sunk. Because that city built Pluton, which is super advanced. So that city was probably advanced, and this just further pushes that. So that's why I need to like really do that video now. So yes. I think was he a part of it? I don't know, but does he know that it's there or whatever? Yes, I think so for sure. The One Piece is an iPhone. I do think there's going to be a light transponder snail somewhere. I don't think it's the One Piece, but no cap, I do think that could be a factor. All right, real quick, I'm going to fix the chat box. I don't like the boxes. You just can only see a little bit. Twitch, what about old school? No, we're just going to go Twitch style. We'll fix it later, but that'll work for now. Or wait, can I make the... Oh. Alright, we're good. I think. You said there is smoke over my head right now? I think that's probably just the way the light is, I would hope. Man, okay, I just beefed there we go. Chat really messed up there for a second. Let's see. Do I think Vegapunk was part of Laugh-Tale or Joy Boy's crew? Preston said. I think he was around when Joy Boy was around, I'll say that much. I don't know if he was a part of the crew, but I do think he or his parents at least knew who he was. I think they were around back then. One of the automata looks like a real small Lilith. I'll need to check that later, for sure. So next is the reveal of Devil Fruits, DRE says. Yeah. Yes. Or at least you would imagine, because now Vegapunk's, dropping this knowledge like, well, there's a kingdom here 900 years ago, fam. Like, I know all this stuff. He obviously was talking about the lineage factor stuff earlier, too. Like, your combat stuff carries through, which, before I get any further, with the lineage factor stuff, do you guys think that is, I don't want to say proof, but do you guys think that aids to the idea that, like, if somebody eats a devil fruit, part of their lineage factor gets imbued into the fruit, and so then the next user does have, like, a layer of the prior users? Because if the lineage factor for the Seraphims is getting carried forward like that, right? Like, if you go and, you make a clone or whatever of somebody and use their lineage factor, the battle prowess of that Seraphim is going to be similar. Like we saw that with Mihawk too, right? Using a sword. So do we think that might be happening with Devil Fruits too? Because that's proof that lineage factor, affects things going forward. So does you guys think? Because that was one of the first things I thought is, oh, well, if that lineage factor is going to carry forward like that, maybe the fruits, I'm just saying. Let's see. Let me get back to the chats real quick. Armor looks like giant armor in the environment. Yeah, it looks like Little Garden. Yeah, honestly, it does. Matt Cypher, we're going to have to talk about that more, because it's almost like a defeated Dorian Broggy or one of them, or maybe there is another one we'll see soon. Dak the Prophet, Bean Boy, I appreciate you. I can't wait till I get my first real dub. That's what I want. Ancient One, love to see the work, Dak. Ancient One, I'm glad that you're here. I love to see you in the chat. I love to see you in the comments too. I only get notifications for like certain comments. Like I don't know what the logic is really, but I always get your comments, Ancient One. Like I get a push notification every time you do a comment for some reason that you like it's 100%. I don't know why. So I always see them. Let's see. If lineage factors contain combat information, would it contain emotions and will? That's basically what I was asking earlier. Yeah, yeah. The smoke over your head. Mind blown. Like I said, I really hope not. I left the oven on earlier today, and I was a little worried. Only for like 30 minutes. Hey, shout out to the 60 people in here. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. One Vegapunk eats and poops on behalf of everyone. Yo0264. That might be the craziest thing that was revealed in this chapter, guys. I'm still like, I wasn't ready for it. Like I know, like Oda since Wano has ended has been like, hot girl, random funny thing, cool robots. Like he's just getting out all of his, like little boy vibes. You know what I mean? Vegapunk is not a genius after all. Seems like if he wasn't 6 people, he wouldn't be able to. Do you think all Vegapunks will gear up Straw Hats? MacBook, that's an interesting question. I think each Straw Hat could use help from Vegapunk, Usopp is Vegapunk. Well, there's a better chance of Usopp being Vegapunk than Usopp being Soja King. I could say that. Diari, wasn't Ace a good example? True. At least it seems that way. We don't, it seems that way. Dak, what do you think about a Vegapunk join Straw Hats, maybe third one that can punch light or any other one? Mr. King, I think Vegapunk's gonna die, but I think our last crew member will be a hologram. I think, because we had that whole thing about, like, are they real people or what have you. I think that's where we're headed, is their hologram's gonna be our last crew member. It's gonna be like another race that no one really knows about or whatever. All right, I'm going to speed through the chats a little bit. Sorry if I skip over some, but I just want to get caught up a little more. 04 kanji is no. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I feel Sabo changed after receiving Ace's Devil Fruit. Right. I think that's the best example. Vegapunk joined the Straw Hats, or just a Vegapunk predecessor of some kind that's like a hologram, like I said. That'd be cool. Oh, if Ors was the previous Joy Boy, an ancient robot is a copy of Ors. Yeah, true. Or that could be Ors, like Joy Boy's old armor. Like that could be like Ors's version of the wax armor from Impel Down or something. Isaac said, I think that is how mythical and rare zones get created. Great people animals eat regular fruits and make it special for the next person. You could be onto something. You could be at least getting there. Especially zones, right? Zones. Happy to see you in the chat again, Isaac. Appreciate you stopping by. John Barry, post-apocalyptic One Piece. That was the 100 years, and I think we're about to get it again, or at least an attempt, right? Does this suggest that Ancient Kingdom is fighting against giants since they need a mecha that big, or they had giants on their side and that's armor for a giant that wasn't actually a mech, right? I mean, like I know it says technology, but like if it was just a wearable thing, because we already saw. Lilith get inside the other, like the Vega Force thing, right? So maybe it's a similar idea here. The horns make me think it's an ancient giant like Oars, right? That's what I think too. Assman, Brother Dak, how's it going, Assman? Appreciate you stopping by. Wait, if the lineage factor is a thing and stays with the devil fruit, that means Sabo carries the will of D from Ace, or like the will of Ace. I guess it is the will of D to an extent, but yeah, Jonas, that's what I'm leaning towards. If the you know, if the battle prowess carries forward in the lineage factor, if someone eats a devil fruit, like that becomes one, and like you're using the powers, it becomes one with your body, right? Like your lineage factor and the devil fruit are like combined. So once the fruit gets kicked back out, it should be slightly altered. Like that makes sense, you know? Maybe Vegapunk was trying to clone Kaido, but just got the devil fruit instead. Or maybe trying to clone that type of dragon, right? The YouTube algorithm knows what's up. True, Ancient. True. I don't know what the algorithm is, but every time I get your comment. Robin might have more role to play here now. If this island is from the past, all the knowledge and history she knows in relationship with Jaguar D. Saul Preston. Brilliant point. I'm glad you brought that up. You're right. So... because we all did, like, at least I shouldn't say we all, but it didn't seem like Robin was going to have a necessarily huge, plot role here, right? But now that we see this is an ancient kingdom, or at least is tied to an ancient kingdom of some sort, right? That's so true. She's probably going to be able to help Vegapunk learn something. Like, Vegapunk's going to die, like, oh, that was what happened. All right, well, I feel good knowing they're going to save it, save the world, whatever, something like that. See the color spread below for the... oh, yeah, I need to go... or wait. Oh, maybe they didn't do it. I have to refresh. Oh, yo. Greesh. Shout out to Greesh, as always. Or however you really pronounce it. Probably Greesh. That's dope. Hey, everyone go check out the color spread. I know you can't see it very well. That is hype. That's really good. Ancient One, I put my little brother on. He fucks with your theories heavy. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your little brother too. Is he Ancient too? Is that his username? Is that what I need to look out for? But I appreciate you sharing me around, man. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Kagar, let me skip to the live because Chopper's gonna be real important if lineage factor and devil fruits. Oh, true. Kagar, great point. Because also, I feel like Chopper having the regular human fruit, and obviously like being an animal that's becoming a human, and he's obviously been altering his points with the Rumble Balls. Interesting. Do you think Blackbeard will obtain the Demon Devil Fruit? Diari, I am really open to, like... oh, shoot. I'm really open to, like, all Blackbeard Devil Fruit theories at this point. Like, I mean, obviously the Octopus one, the White Tiger one, some kind of... I know Artur had a good one this week. I didn't get to see it yet. Like a Sea Demon Fruit, I haven't seen it, but... I think every guess is really good. I don't know what Oda's gonna end up doing with it, but... I initially thought it was Or's armor, but he died in the cold, not from spear injury. I definitely thought it was an armor, not a robot at first. Yeah, like it could be a combo, right? Like I was saying, it could be like a Vega Force type thing, maybe. Do you think Shaka is named after Shaka Zulu, the African war chief? Whoever the biggest person named Shaka is in any context in history is probably... if that's like, I'm not a big history guy, so I don't even know who that is. But I think Shaka is definitely based off of somebody. I mean, they all are, right? Makes sense they have swim abilities. They have Doffy's crew lineage factors. Oh, yeah, they probably do. That is so interesting. Do you remember when the Straw Hats combined to form a mech on Thriller Bark? That could be a foreshadow. I can imagine all the Vegapunks actually combining to fight off CP0. Yo, or literally your name's Yo. Yo, that's a great idea. That is a really good idea. And Frankie's going to get inspired to, like, have the crew do it. Or the crew is going to be like, all right, that was kind of cool. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it, Frankie, like in the future. Mick Dumbskull, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping by. When if everyone who ate the Gomu Gomu had a free goodwill like Luffy, and that's what gives it its spirit? That's what I think, Diari. And also, like a big this is going to be a good thing for my Devil Fruit Wills video, which is going to come out roughly at the end of this month. Is, you know, with the wills of the Devil Fruit thing, it could be a lineage factor thing, right? Like the lineage factor of the prior user drives who the fruit is looking for in the future, right? Like it wants to have like a similar lineage factor, quote unquote, or like its will is being determined by the past lineage factors, right? So it looks for a matching one. It's interesting. I think that is what ties into the fruit's kind of will or whatever. Matt Cypher, look at Robin's eyes when she got pissed, double layered. I did notice that. I am still on the fence if like the shocked or upset double layered eyes mean anything, but it is interesting. It is interesting that Oda does that. A Blackbeard has human model Amber Heard. Yo, what? Yo. No way. Hey, Oda's done some crazy stuff, but hey, that's pretty funny though. Vexies says VP has hollow metal, so it might not really be the swim. Yo, that's actually, hey, yo, I'm glad you brought that up. So that door that's like a holographic but also solid door at the same time, that might be it, right? Maybe that was tied into it somehow. That's interesting. Chopper's fruit is the mushroom that Dr. Hiruluk talked about. The mushroom that heals anything must be the ability to heal anything. Legacy, hey, that a lot. I don't know if I've ever heard that. Maybe I have, but I like that a lot. Jonas Hunt, by the way, Emu-sama, Emu backwards is Umi no Mi. That's how she provoked the Great Floods. Just go through my brain today. I have heard that. The thing with that is like that's like the Romanized version, but like it's like a Romanized version, but like the real one is just Eem and not Eem. I don't know. I do think Emu obviously controls water somehow, but I don't know if it's, you know, water fruit. I hope there is none, or if there is, I hope it's like Davy Jones, because then they're just like one with the ocean or what have you. Also, Auras was probably naked because his armor and clothes were at Egghead or something. Yo, Matt Cypher, what if he got, you know, pawpawed away, right? Like Auras was out of his armor and got pawpawed to the cold area. Yo. Trevor Edwards, going to see the new movie tomorrow. I'm so hyped. Same, bro. Same. I am. Oh, dude. I hope you get a good seat. I hope maybe even splurge on the IMAX if you dig that. But no, I can't wait. Trevor, I'm also gonna have a stream on Saturday. I mean, this is for everyone. Also, I'm gonna have a stream on Saturday. I don't know when just yet, but I am gonna have a stream on Saturday. For Film Red. So if you guys watch it Friday, or it aired tonight in the city that I live in. It aired a day early here for some reason. So yeah, Saturday I'm having a Film Red stream, probably later in the day at some point. But Mr. King, let's get Dak to 10K subs. Hey, I appreciate you, Mr. King. You know what's up. You know what's up. 3-day like to stream. I appreciate you guys. Your guys' support has really been absolutely insane. Like the sub growth, I mean, guys, it's not, you know, I'm on cloud 9 basically every day because of your guys' support, you know. It's really been insane. The numbers say 10K is going to happen in less than a week. Now, that's obviously, you know, things could slow down or whatever, but I mean, it's beyond my wildest expectations, guys. Like, really. I mean, just getting to sit here and chat with you guys about One Piece is a treat in and of itself, so I appreciate you guys. Time Lord, yo Dak, just stopping in for a few. What'd you think of the chapter? Time Lord, I appreciate you stopping by, but and I see you down here also chatting. I'm just gonna get to him since you're only stopping in for a few. First thoughts, York can eat insane amounts of food and obviously has cravings for them. Perhaps Bonnie was experimented on by Vegapunk in a similar manner to York, and that's why she has cravings and can eat so much. Now that is really, really interesting. Or maybe that's where Vegapunk got the inspiration, or maybe she like had eating contests or something with York, right? I mean, the whole design's similar, right? So it's almost like York. Hey, Time Lord, I'm waiting for you to start this YouTube channel. yeah, every time you send me something, I get like mind blown. That's a great point. They did look really. I'm gonna go back. They did look similar too, right? Like somewhat. I wouldn't say they look too similar, but they just seem like, you know, I don't know. Very chill, you know, happy to eat a ton of food. Let's see. Legacy, by the way, showed my friends the Fro theory. Their actions were just like Aesop and Whitebeard and Odin. That's what we want. That's what we want. The thing about the Afro theory is even if you don't agree, you have to at least say it made you laugh, or at least it's likely to make people laugh, you know? So, Mr. One, ever thought about making One Piece theory videos on TikTok and shorts content? You have amazing theories. I think they'll blow up there. Thank you for saying that. I probably won't do TikTok, but shorts, that is something I wish I did more of. Like, I made one, but it was just like to mess around. That's a really good point. Theory, I do have like a lot of like short theories that like aren't worth a whole video. So that's a good point, Mr. One. I'm glad you said that. That might be the motivation I needed to actually start doing it. So I'm glad you said it. Because like I can do those in like a single day, you know? So appreciate that. Dill, thoughts on York looking like Bonnie? I was literally talking about that. That's so crazy. We're connected via the mind rope. Par also, I bet you Par's talking about it too. Trevor Edwards said, I got IMAX and middle row seats. My guy, there you go. Yeah, definitely come through Saturday if you can for the discussion. I would definitely, I'd like to get some reactions from people who haven't seen it yet, right? Like, cause I don't know anything, so it's gonna be like a fresh reaction and everything from me, so. I also got to read the volume 4 billion thing, right? Or whatever that's called. Bean Boy says, Doggo. Yeah, I got 2 doggos in the room right now. They are not happy to be cooped up in the room right now. They want to go O-U-T-S-I-D-E. Can't say that word out loud, but... let's see. Kagar, no one else got that lag. Maybe it's because I'm using my phone. I don't see anyone else, so I hope not. I really hope not. Dill, I've been waiting for you to read the chapter for me to talk to you about it. Dill, I am going to DM you about it later on, because I think there's some important stuff there. Like a lot of important stuff that like I want to talk about it on the stream, but I always need like an hour to let the thoughts sink in. But there's a lot to talk about here, guys. So like I mentioned on my community post, we are gonna get back to regularly scheduled programming with the chill streams and all that, and I'm gonna have some fun collabs. Maybe Monday I may be able to. We'll chill for a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to get some other YouTubers on to play some video games while we talk One Piece and stuff. So we'll have like maybe an hour or something to talk about the chapter. Then we'll have some fun playing some games or something. So. But we are going to get back to regularly scheduled programming, so chill stream on Monday for sure, and for the foreseeable future. One horn on Angu said, one horn on Onigashima was cut, and here we see an armor with one horn. I gotta remember this. That's a great point. Oda, that's definitely an Oda thing, I feel like. That's big. I like that. In a world of water, I could see even possessing a water devil fruit that would make him the one king of the world. It would make him the king of the world. I just hope there's not a water fruit, you know? Like that, I guess that's my big thing. It's like, it's not that it doesn't make sense or anything. I just hope it doesn't exist. Or if it does, it's been nullified already, right? Because it's just be kind of crazy. Oh, you can see Cliff on the screen. Oh, not anymore. Physical similarities are hard to justify because all the girls look like... Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel you. I do think there's similarities between her and Bonnie, though. Like, I think, like, I do agree with you, but I think also, like, aesthetically, like, with them eating and just, like, their vibe, I feel like there's probably a connection. Waiting for a Doffy Seraphim so I can see his eye without the sunglasses. Hey, just like when Oda drew Doffy, like, Doffy had sunglasses and Oda drew him taking the sunglasses off, and there was another pair of sunglasses. That's what's going to happen. I can't wait for the 1066 spoilers. Every chapter from here on out is going to be hype. There's not going to be a single spoiler we're not waiting for. You know, like we're in an amazing time. Oda be playing No Man's Sky Shaka's Korvax confirmed. I need to go play that because I don't know the reference, but I know that game is supposed to be amazing, or at least pretty good. I know it wasn't amazing on launch, but. Trevor, what time Saturday? Probably at night. Probably like, what's Saturday? So maybe we could do. I could maybe even do like an anime reaction with it. Maybe like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, late at night sometime. Watching it tomorrow. I'll join in on the discussion. Haven't watched anything related to it yet. Hell yeah, Isaac. Love to have you there. Yeah, I would, because, you know, everyone else obviously has talked about it in depth, so and I would love to get some other first-time watchers in there. It'll be Saturday night, like I said. Maybe, we'll see. Late, the sun will be down in most of the U.S. whenever it happens. Yo says, I have not seen any evidence of devil fruits before the Void Century. Assuming the devil fruits are technology, could fruits have been used to preserve the lineage factors of the ancient kingdom? I love your point about no devil fruits before the Void Century. That is true, right? Other than, like, legends of, like, Nika seems to be old and stuff, right? And, like, Joy Boy had the fruit 800 years ago. But you're right. That is really interesting. And I also brought up in my video, you know, the Tontadas were making the smile fruits on the farm for, like, Don Quixote do Flamingo. But 900 years ago, they were working on the farm for the other Don Quixote. So, like, were they making real devil fruits back then, like 900 years ago? We'll see. Preston D says, what are your dog's names? I have a Bernese mountain dog named Cliff. Like, Clifford's his full name. You know, I say that whenever he's in trouble, but Cliff. And then I have a Australian Shepherd named Ralph. And then I also have 2 cats named Jeff and Larry. I can't wait to see all these manga actions animated. Same. Oh my gosh, the anime is... The last episode I thought was really good. I don't know if anyone watched it, but it was Nami, like Zeus doing the redirect type of attack and all that, so I thought it was pretty good. Seeing that the Seraphim can grow up like normal humans, can do you anyone else in the series is clone like them? Okay. I don't know. We did see the Germa was making them all the way to adults, and I don't know. I honestly, it's so weird. Like, do they not grow? I don't know. There's cloning is such a weird thing. I don't even know. What if One Piece World what if One Piece World like that actually exists in space? Maybe I need sleep. Maybe if One Piece World or like that actually exists in space. You mean like a planet like One Piece in our world? Is that what you're saying? That'd be crazy. Or like maybe some government at some point is actually going to make a red line. Water could be the strongest or weakest fruit. If it came with a big downside, maybe, and maybe Emu found a way to work around the downside. Is 1065 out yet? Yes, Esper. I'm assuming somebody directed you. Yep, cool. 1066 spoiler predictions. It's 100% going to continue from here on. What's probably going to happen next chapter, because it's the way Oda does things. Next chapter is probably going to be a lot of discussion about the lore. Probably like, this is what happened, like very rough outline of like 900 years ago there was this kingdom and there were other kingdoms and they got wiped out, blah blah blah. Like probably not super specific things, but a lot of good lore for us to chew on. And then probably at the very end we'll see CP0 show up, and then 1067 will probably be the culmination of all that. It'll be like Vegapunk's like, there's one other important thing I have to tell you, and then it's going to be like some crazy thing, and then Vegapunk is going to hold off CP0, and I don't know. But I think definitely it's going to be next chapter's lore ends with CP0, then CP0 and Vegapunk meet and have a lot of discussions, and Vegapunk, quote-unquote, dies. That's what I'm guessing. Next couple chapters. I think it's going to be real quick. All right, I'm going to try to run through these and get caught up like I always do. Shout out to the 45 people here. I really appreciate you guys. Do you think next chapter is the wrap-up between Blackbeard and Law? No, but I do think in 1067, maybe we'll get like a little info on it in 1066, but I think we're really going to be getting CP0, Vegapunk, and probably 1067 might end with a cliffhanger of Blackbeard and Law, and then we'll go into the break week wondering about that, and then we'll, 1068, whenever we get caught back up, will probably be the culmination of that. 1069, we'll probably find a way to connect it all, like Sword will show up, I don't know. Vegapunk Kuma still seeming plausible. Yeah, I mean, now that he's all different personalities, right? I mean, there's really nothing. Yeah. Oda awakened his Scribe no Mi, his pen's on fire. Big facts, Legacy, literal facts. Oda, I mean, actually, I have a video coming out soon about why Wano, the way I will put it is, feels a little disappointing. And I agree with you, his pen's been on fire since then. I also see a super chat from my boy, or 99% chance boy, I'm sorry, Angu Makafor. Good night, man. Waiting for your next theories. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you doing the super chat. There are definitely more theories to come. If you come to the stream on Monday or probably even Saturday, I'll probably leak a couple of the next videos. I actually have a calendar for it now. Getting a little more organized. But I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the super chat, and I appreciate you coming through. You had some good questions too. So, Matt Cypher had a very interesting thought. Does lineage factors affect proclivity to hockey? Like, would a hockey master's lineage factor make someone else with the same lineage factor also have strong hockey? I really hope not, is my answer. I'd have to think more on it of whether it is, but that's interesting. Anyone know if the anime tie-ins episode for Film Red are worth watching before the movie? I have seen those episodes, and again, I haven't seen the movie, so I bet some other people probably already answered you. But I think they were worth it. I thought they gave some really interesting context, and I am more pumped to see the movie because I saw those episodes. Cliff needs a hug. Give Cliff a hug. He literally was right next to me, and I patted him up and gave him some scratches, and then he went and laid back down. Dilcor missed the reaction, but damn crazy chapter. Big facts. By the way, everyone, go sub to Dilcor if you haven't already. Dilcor is a few videos away from exploding. I can tell you for sure. So appreciate you stopping by though. Word Giraffe. Water would suck on the endless Verth though. Yeah, I mean, I guess the water, I would need to know more about the water fruit. Like, do you produce it or do you control it, right? Like, if you can only control it, well, you just gotta get put in an area with no water and you're cooked. Will Buggy Seraphim be super weak or super powerful? If super powerful, does that mean Buggy is hiding his real strength? That's what I hope. I hope, I hope that the Buggy one is, like, incredibly powerful and it shows Buggy, like, this is what you could be if you weren't, holding yourself back. That's my goal. Diari, could hockey be infused into devil fruits? Could the Void Century people know how to use and infuse this rare form of hockey? Like I said, I hope hockey is very specific to the individual's like mental state. I mean, I'm cool with like battle techniques, even battle strength and all that, like physical strength and tied to it. I just hope hockey is like your own personal ambition, Why does Vegapunk have so many Kuma pacifistas? That's true. Seraphims are still evolving. Yep. Jonas Hunt going to bed. Love the stream. We'll come to the next one for sure. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope I see you in the next one as well. No, you got some really good questions. So hope you have a great night. I'll definitely I'll definitely see you soon. I'll be responding to your chats if you come through. So have a good night. XL Bean Boy, is Senor Pink dead or was that a copied fruit? Gotta be copied. There's no way. Because Frankie said, like, I mean, I guess he could be dead, but Frankie's like, let's have a drink and talk about Russian or whatever, right? So I don't know. I would be perturbed if he was dead. Of all the, if we barely had anyone die in Wano and then he's dead, Personally, I think devil fruit is made from hockey. Now that's interesting. I mean, if someone had such insane hockey they willed the fruits to exist, it'd be really interesting. Hey, shout out to Catten444 for subscribing. I appreciate you. Let's see. I mean, Kizaru is alive and the pacifistas had his lasers. That's a great point right there. Wait, what? But isn't it a fact that Conqueror's hockey users are related to another Conqueror's user? So wouldn't that tie into lineage factor in hockey since Conqueror's is also hockey? I don't know if that's like 100%. Like, I don't know if we've really had that said for sure, right? I don't think they've said it explicitly that you need to be the child of a like did Doflamingo's dad or mom have Conqueror's hockey? Like, I would personally doubt it. Or at least they didn't use it if they did. So I guess it depends. I hope that was a copy of Senor Pink's fruit because I don't want him to be dead. Yeah, Frankie needs to go to the bar and with Senor Pink and talk about Russian for sure. Shaka has the pawpaw fruit. How? Hands in his pockets, just trying to make. Like, it's so funny that I read them in that way. Like, I read the first one before reading the other two. It's so funny. It's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, that, look, the pawpaw, the pawpaw fruit is either going to be just all, like, it's not going to be any more important than we've seen thus far, or it's going to be like, you know, like you're saying, Shaka has it, people in the Void Century had it, and all that, for sure. It's either going to be really important, or Oda's just going to avoid it, because, like, it's such a crazy power. Dr. Hiryuck's description of pirates really foreshadowed hockey use. I agree. I already know what you're talking about. Pirates have rock-hard skins, eagle eyes, and voice that rips through the heavens. Yep, all three hockeys. Yep. That is easily one of the best characters in all of One Piece, I think. That flashback hits every single time. Did Jin Baby... Oh my god, I love that name. Did Jin Baby use the floor as water for Fishman Karate? Oh my god, you're right. Is that what he did? If that's what he did, that is freaking cracked. He did! Oh my god, bro. Holy shit. That's crazy. Prism King, why did Aokiji join Blackbeard? I pray to God that there's some ulterior motive that we don't know about yet. I really pray to God. There's a cover story with Frankie and Seymour Pink sharing a drink. Is that a Noda Skywalker request? By the way, Noda Skywalker is Oda. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Noda Skywalker is Oda. It's a conspiracy theory that I'm willing to... Oh, sorry about that. Conspiracy theory I'm willing to die on a hill for. Do you think you could give another person a devil fruit? If they can give pacifistus fruits, then maybe people aren't that far out of the question. Corvus, that is extremely interesting, and I would say yes. Because if you can... Well, like, yeah, because... Well, I guess the question is, could you give someone multiple devil fruit powers? Like, could you skip around? Because, like, they've already made, you know, new fruits or whatever, right? Like, so... But would it get around, like, the 2 fruit limit thing? I don't know. That's really interesting. Flan, what's going on? What up, Dak? What a slapper dapper this chapter has been, my dude. What a roller coaster. 100%. What an absurd chapter. Like, I mean, it's every week at this point, you know? Like, it's so crazy. Like if you go back to, like, even Act 1 of Wano, I would say, like, maybe outside of, like, the Kaido fight itself, but Act 1 of Wano and even a lot of Act 2, then to the raid and what we've had recently, the chapters since the raid started to now have mostly been insane. Except for 1057. We don't talk about 1057, but the rest of the chapters have been insane. By the way, guys, I just want to say I am going to be ending the stream in probably like 5 to 8 minutes. Definitely by 2 a.m., if not a little earlier, because I am tired. And I'm also starving because I was kind of waiting to eat until this was over, or until the chapter dropped, and it took forever. So I'm going to go make myself something here in a little bit. But I am going to keep reading chats, but just one more time, I'm going to do a Film Red stream Saturday night, maybe around like 9 p.m.-ish, somewhere around there. And then we'll have our usual chill stream on Monday, and I'm hoping to have like a light collab. Like, it's not a, I wouldn't call it like a collab, but I'm hoping to at least get other YouTubers on there, just to, you know, just to have some fun and chat. It won't be like a real, you know, I don't know. I was trying to do a collab for a 10K celebration, but it's coming really fast, and I don't want to like plan it and already be like at 15K. You know what I mean? So I don't know what we're gonna do, but either way, stream Saturday, stream Monday. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. I feel like the pawpaw fruit will turn out to be a zone like Gum Gum. Yeah, Prism. I think there's a chance that every fruit ends up being a zone. I know, like, it sounds kind of lame, but I feel like we're going to get a point where, like, oh, well, every fruit just comes from a person that had their DNA modified to, like, do these things. So they're actually all Hito-Hitos, you know? I can see that. I don't know if I'd like it, but... Can you use Fishman Karate with water if you have a devil fruit? You should. It's only if you get submerged, right? I wonder if hockey will be reviewed, also a bonding kind of thing, and everything in the world is infused with hockey is life energy. Do you think Wano foreshadowed this with Rio? I do think there is an element of like the world, like I don't want to say it's like a Goku spirit bomb type thing, like maybe not that extreme, but I do think there's a layer of the whole world has a will, like all kinds of life, like even inanimate objects, like we saw the ship, like the Sunny made a Klabautermon, right? So I do think we're headed that direction. Legacy Aokiji is one of my favorites. I believe he'll help Law and Kobe somehow. I also love Aokiji. I just hope he is not actually evil. But he did tell Smoker, it's still me, or whatever, right? Corvus, an artificial Blackbeard. He was a warlord maybe in that span of time they got his DNA. That would be really dope. That would be super duper dope. Time Lord, gotta head off. Might peep the VOD later if it's available. I will have it on the VOD channel tomorrow sometime. I'm going to get better at uploading it. Maybe even tonight. Maybe I'll even do better and get it on the VOD channel tonight. By the way, everyone, thank you for saying that. If you guys have not subscribed to my VOD channel, I would really appreciate it. There should be a link in the description on both Twitch and YouTube, I believe. It's Dax VOD Century is the name. Please go subscribe to that for multiple reasons. One, like I said, I'm going to be getting my VODs up there quicker, so you guys can actually view them, so it's actually a good place to go view the VODs. Second is, as I also mentioned, I'm going to be doing more collabs, or even like light collabs, like just get someone on for an hour just to lightly chat about things, not like a real agenda, but we're just hanging out. So there's going to be a lot more VODs to watch. They're getting up there quicker. And thirdly, it would just really help me out because it has like 10 subscribers or something, and once it gets 1,000, I can, or even though it's not that much money, I can start earning a little ad revenue on the VODs, which would be really cool too. So even if you don't want to watch them, subscribing would be cool just to help out the vibes. But I appreciate you guys anyways. Even if you don't, it's not a big deal really. Let's see. Mr. One, Roxy's Zebek, I think, have a shadow clone devil fruit like Naruto's clone jutsu. That is really interesting. He can learn more history and train faster. I mean, his name is Rox, which is many things. Now, whether Rox has it or not, I'm not sure, but that is a really interesting devil fruit. It's essentially what Vegapunk's doing, right? Vegapunk's doing it via technology, and it's as if you could do it, with just a devil fruit, right? Like, so you could just train with like 5 different bodies. That is really interesting. Mr. One, that's a crazy idea. Isaac, I would love it if Aokiji or Akainu switch roles and Aokiji turns out to be bad and Akainu on the good side at the end. Would be very Oda. Would be something very Oda to do. I can see that. Isaac, have you seen like the little sword tattoo on what's it called, on Akainu's shoulder? It's like a little mini sword tattoo and like on his other one, it's like a bunch of flames. It's like the one that has all the flames and stuff. It's like, okay, that's like the actual Akainu that we think of. Then the other tiny sword on the other shoulder, like, he's actually a good guy and he's hiding it, whatever. I see my multi-stream froze, so I'm just going to read what's on the screen real quick. Okay, I see Prism King. Akainu would literally rationalize killing a 1-year-old if that 1-year-old had some world secret. Literally 100%. He's super messed up. I think Akainu is going to become good. You must, like, I doubt it. Or he's using swords so he can make his own world government and like be evil, The sword tat's crazy. Yes, it is. Alright guys, so real quick, my multi-stream chat froze on my end, so I can only read it on the screen, which is not it's not ideal. But we're pretty close to ending the stream anyway, so I'm going to try reading the last couple, but then I am going to go. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that's still here right now and stopped in for the stream today. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to read a couple more, but then we're going to go. But just want to give everyone a big thank you for always supporting the channel. I said ending up in the side of good, not being good. Right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think with Akainu, is like, Akainu is not a good person, but I could see him realizing the government is the worst of the two evils, if that makes sense. That's what I think. That's the ending I can see. But Matt Cypher, we just had that conversation. That's where I got it from. That tattoo is massive. I think that's good. That might be a video, But all right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream now. I gotta go. But again, I really appreciate you guys stopping through. Like, we have another stream coming on Saturday and a stream coming on Monday, and then another video coming next week. So lots of stuff coming from the channel. So appreciate you guys coming through as usual. We will, like I said, Saturday.